Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today we are going to have a look at why today is really key in terms of the Cardano price and why today is so important for the future of the Cardano price, at least in the short term. I believe really today is very important, and obviously today we've seen a sell-off in various areas on various across the crypto market. Apparently everything's been selling off. Bitcoin has crossed and broke basically through the $30,000 resistance level, which is an important psychological resistance level. So Bitcoin broke and the Cardano price is still above $1. I find that very interesting because last time Bitcoin broke below 30,000, which wasn't that long ago, Cardano actually briefly went below $1 or just touched the $1 mark. But at the moment, Cardano is still doing fairly well compared to the other, or some of the other projects actually. So that is a good sign. We all know Cardano, there's a lot going on in the background here. But then talking about why is today really key for the Cardano price. And to determine that, I need to take a look at the Bitcoin price. So let's take a quick look, first of all, here at the imminent Bitcoin price, what's actually happening at the moment. Now, we've seen that the $30,000 mark, yes, it has been crossed. We are currently below $30,000. And you can see down here when I record this video, I mean, this is nearly 10 o'clock here, and this is UK time. So it all depends on where you live, if that's, so you get an understanding of when I record this video. But what is important though, and everybody should remember that, it's not important where the price is now, it is important where the price closes. So my personal point of view is, if the price today, and that is US time, if the price closes below 30,000, I believe we will see a further downtrend. And that means it needs to stay below 30,000 at, basically midnight US time, right? But if it bounces back and goes above it, then we should be okay and might actually see a recovery. At the moment, it's obviously below 30,000, but as I said, it all depends on if it closes, if the candle closes above or below the 30,000. So if it closes below, I said, we could see a further sell-off, but maybe it will actually close above. So that is key. For example, here in the UK, I believe that time will be like 5 o'clock in the morning, which will determine where we will head going forward. And obviously that is why it is so important for the Cardano price as well, because as we know, Cardano is highly, at least the price still is highly dependent on the Bitcoin price. I mean, most coins, most crypto projects, the prices still follow Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin really goes on a further downtrend because the candle closed below 30,000, and because 30,000 is such a key barrier, such a key psychological support or resistance level, depending on from which side you're looking. But there you go. I mean, if we close below it, it might mean that we'll stay below the 30,000 for a while. So that will be very exciting. I'm looking forward to understanding where we will be going forward. But also what is very interesting and what is key really is taking a look at the Plan B's stock to flow model, which really has always been very accurate. But this also, and Plan B said it himself, that bounce or break, that is the question. Because we are currently here, you can see this sort of range is the let's say stock to flow range in which it normally operated, at least in the last few years. Yes, 2014 it break above that, but it's never really been below it. I mean, you can see the sort of bluish one here, and then sort of blue grayish one, which is like the sort of external barrier here. But we are getting really close to that sort of external barrier. So it is key, because if now the price drops further, it could lead to a situation that the stock to flow model, for the first time in many years, has actually failed. And I think plan B stated somewhere, if it's, if it's gonna break, this could really mean that the stock to flow model either is flawed or it has just failed. And that would be big news if the stock to flow model failed. That's something I always believed in as well. So yeah, that we will see where this red line will be heading. Hopefully it will go up and will sort of stay within the range. That would be amazing. If it drops, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Either the model needs to be adapted or it's just not working. But what you also need to see is that back here, 2011, 2014, it also shot above the range. So it's not that, if it just moves outside that range for a short period, that the whole model is wrong. I personally don't believe that, because we can clearly see 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, it also, the price moved outside of this range. So just by dropping a little bit further, it doesn't mean that the whole model is flawed. We can see here also we saw a significant drop. Yeah, we were sort of still within the range, but here we are really at a key point here, also at this angle here. So we'll see what's happening, what's going to happen. I believe, obviously with that model here, this doesn't take into account all the markets, all the fluctuations and everything. Also the bad news from China. So, for a short period, it's understandable that the price might actually go out of that range. So I'm not too worried, even if it goes out for a little bit or for a moment. But as long as it stays overall in the grand scheme of things, if it follows that trend, then yeah, hopefully we're going to see the $100,000 this year. I still believe that. I still hope that. But in the grand scheme of things, again, I'm a long-term investor. I'm not really fussed. Do we see it this year? Do we see it next year? Do we see it in 2 or 3 years? Because I'm investing long-term into crypto, not only in Bitcoin, but in Cardano. And why I show you this stock to flow one, which is actually related to the Bitcoin price? Well, I do that because obviously, as I said before, the Bitcoin price has an influence on the Cardano price. So whatever Bitcoin is doing, if it breaks that stock to flow model, that again might be a psychological sort of reason for the price to go down further, and that again could have a negative impact on the Cardano price. Now, I did a video a few days ago about, can Cardano actually go down to 50 cents? And I think, in the worst case, it possibly could. It wouldn't be great, but on the other hand, maybe it would be good, because then we can all buy ADA for a very cheap price. So actually, I'm an anti-cyclical investor, so I normally buy when prices are down. I try to avoid buying at all-time highs. So actually, you need to get that understanding that if the prices go down, it's actually sort of good for you, because you can buy it cheaper. You don't really want to buy at an all-time high, do you? So the further the price goes down, the better the price is that you actually get. And I think that's the way you need to look at it in order to not panic when prices crash like that. So it, and it won't go to zero. At least that's my point of view. If you understand the project, if you believe in it, then it should all be good. And then you know what's behind it and you understand the use case, then you're less worried about prices going down. I'm actually not worried if prices go below $1 for Cardano. It would be a great price to buy, to be honest. I believe then for the next few years we will not see these prices again, so it might be a good opportunity. But by all means, please always do your own research. This is not financial advice. I'm just someone who likes Cardano, who likes the project, who likes to talk about crypto. And yeah, I learn something new every day and I try to share it here on this channel. So hopefully you like that. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.